Good morning, guys. So I'm listening to Jay Powell, his speech this morning. Listening to Jay Powell's speech this morning. Have to be mindful of the fact that the market can surely react to what he will say. I'm getting ready here for the day. I didn't do much of my homework last night, to be honest. Yesterday I kind of took a step back and didn't do much of my homework. So I have a couple of names here to watch that I've been watching over the whole week, including MAXR, PR, PRPL, CAR, so CAR, and OXY, TCL, and a few other names like that. Again, Chairman Powell is talking this morning, and I think the market can end up reacting to what he will say. So as of right now, gotta be mindful of that. Good luck to everyone today. Watching CAR on my main window. LB still has a decent range here that I'm gonna be watching. I surely won't try to buy the first candle though. So watching. The airlines here. Watching the airlines here. Okay, here we go. First candle. CAR. Spread is really weird. CAR. I'm really not trying to buy the first candle here. CAR JBLU. Everything going down now. $12.10. Somebody sitting with 400 shares. 14,000 shares right there. Just went through. Coming down. 1204. That's a pretty decent flush right there on CAR, LB, OXY dropping, CCL, AMC, CAR, holy smokes. CRDF dropping fast. Playing on the move. People slamming the bid really hard on CAR. CAR being slapped really hard here. Trip advisor, trip, dropping 2. Most stocks are dropping here. The market is taking a dump. MAXR dropping fast. Trip. Everything's dropping though. Everything is dropping huge. Hammer on the 5-minute time frame. AAL, CAR, JBLU, AMC, all of these names are dropping. ZCL, OXY. Holy smokes. Okay, CAR bouncing. A couple of stocks bouncing here. Trip, CAR, JBLU, AAL. Hammer on the 5. Hammer on the 5. Again, CAR had a pretty decent range here on the 15, under 1225. Range under to 1134. Decent drop right there on the spot. This is based on the daily candles here. Market bouncing now. Tapping kind of 1 minute time frame on CAR. Spinning top formation 1 minute time frame on CAR. Coming down. Flagging on the 1. Flagging on the 1. view up 1193, high of $12. 40 seconds to go on that candle. You have saving in 1193 view app. Consolidation. Car looks like it's setting up for a reversal. $11.81 low. Doji on the 5. Bit stacking at 1182. 1180 coming through. You have 1192. See, it's only 1177 coming through. Low of the 5-minute candle, 1173. So 1171's coming through. Trying to set it up for a dump, it seems. 1174 prior low on the 5-minute time frame. $1165, 1163 going through. Going down towards 1150. Bit stack in 1161. A little bit more room to run here. Low of that first 5-minute candle, 1150. Bit stacking here a little bit, 1163. Doji. High of the 1-minute candle, 1167. $1163 here tapping. Trying to get it to 1159.58. Doji here, still low of the prior candle, 1160. $1160 getting soaked. If we take it out, I'm gonna go down to 1150. 1159s. Alright, so I took a trade, first trade though, on this mess. It took me out, lost $70, and then took a second trade on the way down again, flushing down, and got out around 1150. So I made the $70 and then some. I made $40 on top of my loss, so $110 altogether. I missed the first entry though, because the spread was kind of weird and I didn't want to send the order through. and I probably sold a little too soon now, because if we get under this thing, we might even go to 1131, actually, that you can see here. But there was a nice flush under 1225, and when it went down right away. Look, this is 75-cent move though, the first push down, which is actually great. First push was 75 cents, and the spread was so horrible here that, well, it wasn't so bad like that. I shouldn't put it that way though, but it was bad. It was like a 7-8 cent spread. I just didn't want to take that spread though, and I didn't send the order. And look at this thing, I missed a 75-cent move there. Then I got in at the reversal here on the View app coming down, and it took me out on this candle here. So then I waited for this candles down here again to be taken out, and I got in for the second entry. I'm gonna be posting those the pictures there on the group anyway. And I was able to get the flush 20 cent down. So I actually lost in the first trade $70, but then I ended up green $40 in the second, counting the fact that I was red 70 in the first one. So I made $110 on the flush the second time around, and I probably did sell a little bit too soon because we have a trend line 1131, but it doesn't really necessarily mean that we're gonna go all the way down there without a stop. So I was able to take the money out again, and then keeping green, missing the first flush, a flush that would have netted me close to $400 really. But I missed that one because of the spread, right? So, and I didn't want to sell the first candle, so that's a shame on me. But then at the end of the day, I'm still green though. So that's actually what matters here. And let me see if I can see where the bounce is going to happen, because if the bounce actually does happen, I might be able here to just take the bounce close to 1131 here. Watching 1144. So again, this is a range all the way to 1131. I swear, you guys are living or going through things with me. I got a little emotional the first time around when I missed the first entry, and this is me being honest. I got a little bit emotional due to the fact that I missed the entry, and I didn't want to then chase it. And man, I paid a price for that, because then I sent my second entry a little bit too soon. 1136. This is a 10-cent this is a 10-cent move here. Risk if we take this the bounce of 1136. We got 1153 high consolidation showing here. 1153 high. 1136 low on that that candle, and we have a candle that shows a little bit of support on that 5 minutes about to close. Again, it shows a little bit of support on that 5 minutes. Probable bounce is not for sure here, but it's showing a little bit of support though. 1136 prior low on that consolidation, the consolidation low. Let's see if we're gonna bounce here. Possible little reversal though. $11.51 high. Creating a little tiny bit of support here in this little consolidation. That was a morning star formation on the 5-minute time frame. 1150 is half dollar though. You gotta be mindful of that. 1153, 1150, 1152 we have here on that consolidation. The bounce could be a little slow if we can actually get that little bounce though. Doji around 1150, holding the 1150 a little tight, holding that 1150 a little bit tight, tapping candle 5, but we have a little bottom there, so we can end up being a reversal candle, still inverted hanging man. A little bit of consolidation, still trying to hold around here. We got the high of that 5-minute candle, 1153. Overall market bouncing a little bit. We're printing higher higher lows. We're printing higher lows. It's just doing really slow here. Holding tight under 1153 though. So prior low of that 1-minute candle, it's 1144. A lot of indecision right there on that candle on the 5 minutes. So the bounce is really not working out too fast as I expected. Now it is still printing higher lows. Sorry, I had to check in my kids and a bunch of different things, so holding tight around 1150 though. That's something that, yeah, you gotta be mindful of. That the bounce here was probably gonna be a little bit too slow. Probably a little bit slow. Trip actually bounced pretty well. 5-minute on hanging man on the 5. Bounce moving really slow. 1154. I got in for the bounce, but I just stepped out before I went to the other computer to check in my kids. It was holding a little bit too tight around 1150, and I didn't like the fact that it was doing not so much like that. So I just decided to rather step out, break even. And as a matter of fact, I think I lost like $10 on that trade, couple of cents under my entry, because I went in for the bounce. But you know, I see that this thing is actually printing this formation now, and we might end up breaking. And if we break, it's not really gonna be fun. So I'm trying not to be in for a bounce if we decide that we're gonna break down. Although yes, we are printing higher lows here, but still, it looks a little bit tricky because those candles on the 5 are really tiny, and it's holding really tight around the $0.50. So it might end up breaking under and having some follow through down towards the $11 mark. It's thanks, man. Surely emotions play a little bit of a part when it comes to trading. Mostly if you allow your emotions to overtake you, then you're gonna end up making a lot of mistakes. What I'm trying to say here, for example, is that you will end up making mistakes, and if your emotions take you, you're not gonna be able to perform as well as you want to. As at the beginning, I felt a little bit upset because I missed the first flush, and it was clear because I put the trend lines in and the pre-market hours. I actually did put the trend line in on the pre-market hour, so it was something that for me was a little tricky. because although I had it there and I knew the possibility, the spread was something that kept me out of that trade. And I can honestly say that it's a little bit frustrating because I missed that excellent move there, and it's not it's not fun. It's just not fun though to when that happens, right? But you know, it is what it is, and you gotta take it one trade at a time. And you can't, you know, you just gotta let that go. So I bought CAR for the bounce. Let me look at the time here to figure it exactly. At 11, what was the last time I sold it though? What are the orders here on this thing? 11:45, and I bought it back. This is all messed up. Well, what's the? This is kind of weird. Last time I sold it 10:03, so 9:58. I bought it at 11:48. And I sold it at 11:45. So I lost 3 cents per share right there on that trade. Okay, this is printing what it looks like. It can be a possible bear flag pattern under 11:45. Now, will it happen? Let's see, because it just broke it down, but it didn't have the follow through down here. This is being really tricky, but gee, I have to say though, what is this? Sorry, I had something in my head I didn't even know. I have to say though, I got a little bit upset because I really did let go of the entry. That entry could have been a pretty decent thing for me, and I didn't allow it. I didn't send the trade because of the spread. So again, there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to trading, and you got to be mindful of all of those things in order for you to do what's right. But you just need like one very good trade to kind of make your day though. You know, a lot of indecision in CAR right now. This, you know, this is not, you know, this is not great as of right now. But it's fun to see. You know, it went to 11:52, even lower than that, 11:50, and there was a stop around 12 bucks around this candle here. And I saw that balance. I was like, should I not? And I still didn't take it. And obviously 12 bucks is the whole dollar area for that support there. But I just didn't go for it. So sometimes you're gonna miss out on opportunities because of different things, you know. So today was, you know, was me. Okay, there's a lot of consolidation on CAR, and it seems like he wants to really print that butterfly pattern. It looks like. Now, risk management is something really important because you have to know when you're going to execute and when not. For example, I was able to get out and cut my loss and get a re-entry afterwards, right? If I don't play my risk management well, then I wouldn't be able to, to get back what I lost. Keeping the losers and on the leash so you can, grasp them is something that it's a pretty powerful thing. So that way you can actually perform. All right, so bear flag pattern printed on, seems like on 5-minute time frame. It's going down now towards 1131. Moving a little slow now, a lot better spread, and this 1152 area though, again, this is what I said, this bounce that I was looking for really didn't happen as I thought it will, but I cut those lows as only 3 cents per share, which is pretty decent. Only 3 cents. Why? Because right now I would have been down by a lot, or not a lot, but maybe 10 to 12 cents per share if I didn't cut it exactly at the spot that I saw it, because I figured it was not working out the way that I expected it to work out, right? And as of right now, the same thing that happened yesterday is kind of happening today. The market really slowed down after 10 o'clock. That's what happened yesterday, that we didn't have follow through yesterday. Oh yeah, I mean, well, thank you, Sean. It still was good. Again, I was able to make all the money that I lost back and then some. The bounce didn't work as I expected, but I was able to identify the fact that it was holding around the 1150 area, and I got in at 1148. So I think we got high 1152, like 1154. See, so I was able to identify that the move there wasn't following through right away, and it's better to get out when you see that the price is really not working the way that you expect the price to move. So I only lost 3 cents per share, which is pretty decent, and I'm glad because I'm still green for the day, although the first trade wasn't a great one, and I missed the beautiful move here. But then the second trade on this candle actually gave me that winner that I needed to make all of that money back. Here, so you can see here, we just stopped to print a bear flag pattern on the 5, which is formation of the ascending triangle formation, so to speak, on the 1 minute. And so now we just tested that 1131 that we had on the daily. We gotta take a look at what's next under that, and it's 1070. 1070. $10.70. It looks like it's gonna have that follow through though. I should have identified this move when it printed on that bear flag pattern up there. I saw it, but again, this is the reason why I told you per flag pattern printed when it took the low on this candle here, but it just moved really, 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 really slow. I should have taken that trade there. Missed that entry there. And now we go into the holdout area at 11, and 1070 is the next leg down, and I don't want to chase it though, to be honest with you. CAPR is gonna drop, and it's dropping on the daily, but I really don't have any shares to show it on CAPR. 1109 low on that candle. 1109 low on that candle. Watch for that bounce here, because this follow through move here doesn't have to go all the way down to 11. This is probably the one that's probably gonna bounce here. Nope, it's coming down. See some 1106, some 1106. Let's see, consolidation here holding. I think it's gonna break under. This thing's gonna be slapped with a short sale restriction today. Yep, coming down to 1106. 1109 print right there, 1108, 1107. Coming through 1106. Holy smokes. This was a gift today. Why would I? Guys, when you see things like that, here's what you do. You exercise your mind and you just woosah. Because it's gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to you. $11.06 prints. Yep, it was just slapped with a short sale restriction here. MAXR dropping, Spider dropping, Trip Advisor dropping. OXY dropping, CCL. Hey, 19,000 shares being slapped at the bid. Somebody trying to cover there. Can no longer short the bid. I never, well, I thought it was a possibility again from 1225. We have a couple of different levels right here you see on the daily though. 1225, there was prior low here, and we had a dot consolidation coming down to 1131. But you know, I didn't think it was just going to do this just like that. But as you notice here, this is the possibilities and the extraordinary things that happen in the market when this type of opportunities come through. It's surely amazing to be able to participate. Just quite a couple of formations though. It's quite something though. Quite something. Pretty decent move on CAR today. I hope you guys are having a decent day today. I hope you guys are having a decent day today. See now, let me be clear with this one. See the consolidation here on that bounce that didn't really work out too well. this is the bounce that I was actually looking for the first time around when it didn't work out. So this bounce here around the $11 mark is what I was looking for when I got in over here. It didn't really happen, and it just printed a bear flag pattern, came down, should have recognized, and as a matter of fact I did. If I recall it, I mentioned it to you guys. I didn't take the trade. Shame on me. Shame on me. Shame on me. Now, you guys here on the stream, if you noticed and if you look at it, this was a pretty decent opportunity. Things like this are the moves that we actually look for on the market. Moves like this is what we actually look for on the market. If you noticed here, we were trading in that range, 1265 tops right there, and the low exactly the same level, 1225, 1226. This formation here gave us that flush though, and this was based on this gap on the daily. And this is the reason why you see this nice flush here coming through right away. One of the best moves I've seen over the last couple of days. That really makes me happy though. It really makes me happy. I can honestly say that it's quite something though. Quite something. Quite extraordinary move. And it's a shame that with that kind of move, I'm a little, compared to the move, I'm like almost no green. I'm green, but not almost like nothing. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. First entry missed. Second entry wrong or too early. The third entry then good. Fourth trade, or the third one on the bounce, didn't really work out. And then a bear flag pattern, which was really something that showed that was clean, I didn't take. So, you know, it's I am I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Watching this thing here. Surely a shame. Shame on me. Shame on me. Reversal, probably retest of that $11 from the high of 1131 with the daily level here, 1131. That prior support now becoming resistance and going down towards the $11 mark again. Holding 11.12. 11.11 will come through. 11.10 going down towards 11 again after that retest of that prior daily level. 11.31. Holding here, trying to push it. $11 will be slapped. 11.05 being soaked here. Spinning top formation, the one. Trying to hold it. CAR is actually slowing down now. Might have a little bounce. Rejection of one of the higher, any of these candles here, 1114, 1119 probably. But the trend is actually slowing down now. And we got a little bit of an indecision candle in the 15 minutes. Which actually shows that this trend might end up being like really slowing down now, and it might factor in a bounce over the next couple of minutes. Watching JetBlue here, I shouldn't even be watching anything as of right now. Should be just out of the market, just out, and not watching anything at all. Having one of the best days so far around. And but that didn't happen. TripAdvisor, nice low of 15.99 here that might end up breaking under. And JetBlue has a decent range from 775 to 725. But JetBlue is, again, JetBlue is really tricky though. JetBlue is really tricky. JetBlue is extremely tricky, and the first moves that were really worth a trade on something like JetBlue are probably long gone by now. It has a nice range under 775, but it doesn't really mean that it's probably gonna drop there. JetBlue doesn't trade a big range though. I feel shameful. Today is a day that being honest with you, I feel ashamed of myself. And this is me being honest. I'm trying to kind of breathe it out, but being honest, I feel a little bit ashamed of my performance this morning. And I'm really trying to let go, not think about it much and stuff, because I'm really not red or nothing like that. It's just I should have been able to do better than what I did. And it is a shame that that I didn't. Just that. So we go through things like that. We as traders, we go through things like that. I'm hoping that you guys are having a good day. And again, I'm having it's a green day for me, but I should have been able to do better than what I actually did today, but I didn't. And when I talk to you, and I try to do it in a transparent way. I've been dealing with this, for example, been trading like since 2013, late 2012, early 2013, around that time frame. Still today, 7-8 years after, you see how emotions come in, and sometimes it does hit you. Every day is a different day, but what I try to do is to be as transparent as I can be, to show you how emotions can actually affect you, and to show you that it might not be only you, because maybe you think it's you getting a little emotional. Sometimes emotions come in, and even the people that have a long time doing this, we end up making mistakes and allowing the emotions sometimes to take a grip. Although we have, and we might know a little bit better how to manage all these things better than a lot of new people, but at the same time, emotions are something that are still there, and that you are probably gonna have to deal with. All right, so again, I have to be honest with you, Sean. That's pretty much what happened to me this morning. I took a green trade on CAR, right? I do my homework at night every day. And this last night I didn't do my homework as well as I would have liked to, but I still knew what I wanted to trade. And this morning in the pre-market hours, I saw the range. I also saw the spread. It was close to $10 spread, and then it shifted to 8, 7 cents, and came up and down, and the spread was a little funny. And I thought it was a little tiny bit more risky than I wanted to be, right? Because of that, I wasn't too sure about the trade. And the first candle gave us that nice flush towards $12. And he had a bounce there that I saw. I knew 1131 was the level, next leg down on the daily. It didn't mean that it had to go there, but that was a level, right? So being mindful of that, I decided that I still not feel too sure, because I saw that bounce, and I'm trying not to chase it. But after that flush and that little bounce at whole dollar area, $12 support, it went down to 11.50, which I also missed, right? And again, I did my homework, not as I wanted to last night. And today I got in and I saw it this morning. I put the trend lines and I have set up. But that spread made me doubt the first idea that I had, right? The spread made me doubt the first idea that I had on CAR trade, right? Because of that, I missed the 30 cent towards 12, or 25 cents from 12.25, because it was 12.25 level and $12 level, because the trend line was 12.25 and 11.31, right? But $12 support, the whole dollar area support, was right in between. So missing the first 25 cents toward 12, bouncing off of that area, micro bounce on the 1, and then missing the flush on the 12 to 11.50. That wasn't, I felt a little, my heart went out. Then I got in for the follow through a little bit early, and he slapped me with $70. And I was like, shoot, right? And then I got in the second time and it did work out. Took $110 trade on the green side there, made 40 bucks, and no problem, great. And then I took in the bounce around the 1131. That didn't really work out too well because it was just printing a bear flag pattern on the 5, but it was printing a descending triangle, or actually an ascending triangle formation on the 1 minute. And I lost 3 cents per share there. Again, I managed my risk very well. That it's something that I actually did pretty, I gotta say it. It's just that I should have been up by a lot more than that little bit. And then when he printed that bear flag pattern on the 5, I saw it, I spoke about it. I just didn't take the trade, and he moved another 30 cents down towards the $11 mark again. You know, it's a little frustrating because the patterns were there. I saw the patterns. I knew how to trade them. And yet, there was a few things there that made me doubt. And I didn't go for it. And so, yes, I missed those moves. And I gotta say, it slaps you on the face about when you miss your entries. But I'm the type of guy that I don't like chasing. So when I miss entries, I rather let it go and try to come back and take another entry afterwards. That's what I try to do. My dog is walking around trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. He came in, he went out, it's like, whatever. Sean, I have to tell you, I was ready for that flush. I was just, it didn't work. Hold up. It caught me on surprise. I didn't think it was gonna move that way. So now the market has slowed down a little bit. Same thing that happened yesterday. And I thought coming into the market today that Chairman Powell, the chair of the Fed, his speech was going to, you know, make the market move on a way or another, and I share that this morning with all of you guys, right? So, just you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Preparation is key, guys. Preparation in the market is key. My preparation today didn't serve me well because I didn't execute on it. CAR has a pin-up formation on the 5 that I'm looking at right now. Again, the market has slowed down a lot over the last couple of minutes. TRIP TripAdvisor following through under $16. How the trend line there set up was $15.99. TripAdvisor setting up and dropping. CAR, the one that got away. What a frustrating thing. What a frustrating thing. Seems like CAR is about to drop. JBLU slapping that 775 though. JBLU slapping that 575. JBLU broke that 775. JBLU bit stacking at 771. $20,000 shares slapping at 770. High 774 prior high. JBLU slapping that 771. That area getting soaked. $18,000 bid, 770. $770. People slapping it right there. Probably gonna get a little bit of tiny support here. 770 low on that 1 minute candle. Getting that little tiny bit of support here, but it's getting soaked right there. $770 is getting slapped. $770 is getting absorbed on JBLU. So on 769s, again, if JBLU takes out 770 here, it has a doji. If JBLU takes out 770 here, we might have some follow through. And CAR just broke. JBLU here, 770 slap. 770 being slapped here. Getting absorbed pretty heavily at 770. $772 prior high here. 770 holding really extremely tight. 770 being slapped really hard. Getting soaked here. Those bigs, those bids are getting really slapped at 770, holding it really tight. Dragonfly Doji on the one. Gravestone, pardon me, Gravestone Doji. 770 is being slapped really hard at right there, level 2. They're holding it really tight though. This consolidation here is being really strong. If some 69s comes in, I think we're probably gonna drop a little bit more, but JBLU is a stock that it's extremely tricky though. And the first move was the one that actually worked out kind of decent at the beginning of the day. Rejecting the 775. Inverted hammer on the 5. JBLU interacting with 7075. Prior high rejected the first time around. If it interacts with it the second time, it might not reject it though. See some sellers coming in at 774. 10,000 share seller here, there, 774. This consolidation here has been really strong on JBLU. They've been holding it on top of 770 though. Sellers coming in at 773. So people hitting that bid right there at 771, 770 coming through again in the next minute probably, and we can see somebody sitting with 21,000 shares right there. If that person can't really hold, we're gonna go down. Not much support at 770 anymore. Okay, it's been relentless here though. Yeah, it's about to close in the next 30 seconds with a doji again, another doji now on the 5-minute time frame. This consolidation is being really strong here. Sellers stepping in at 774. They're trying to hold it there, not letting it go over that. I don't know really how much more they're gonna be able to hold it there. You know, 770 and 771 has been the area this thing has been holding really extremely tight. This consolidation here is being really strong. 770 now is getting soaked though, hitting that bid really strong at 770 again. He's really trying to hold it there. If that bid at 770 with 21,000 shares gets soaked and gets absorbed, it, you know, it doesn't seem like there's much people under it. Yeah, economic recovery for sure is going to take longer than expected. Can we see some 68s and 69s? Finally broke under. JetBlue is one of the stocks that I can personally say that I almost hate, because it's one of the ones that won't give you follow through moves consistently. It will give you a mess on the way to whatever price it will end up printing. Can finally see some 67s going through there. And JetBlue has a 725 level though, that can't really say that we're gonna get there or not. It'll be easier to get around 750 than just drop all the way there. I can see the support is really not, it's really dropping here. JetBlue, we can see somebody sitting at 760 with 16,000 shares at 760. $762 being slapped on the bid. Doji, 764. Some people taking some shares out right there. $764, slapping the high of that 1 minute candle here, 765. Hammer on the 5. Probably gonna reverse again towards the 760 area. Again, JetBlue is a type of stock that will give you a mess before it gets to where it's going. Prior low 762. On that 1 minute candle, 762, 763, 762 is the first green candle on that possible bear flag formation. Watching that 5 minute candle. Spider dropping, TripAdvisor dropping, AAL dropping, CAR dropping, JBLU still on the move, but very, very slow. $11.65 high right there on that 1 minute candle. $11.66. Doji on the 5. Just shifted. Trying to push it down. $11.66 prior high. Five-minute candle about to close and now closed. Five-minute candle low, 1161. It's only 1162. 10,000 share bid at 1162. $11.62 getting soaked. $11.62 getting soaked. $11.60. $11.61 there. Not a huge amount of support. It's only 11.60s here. 11.60. 11,000 shares being slapped in that bid. 11.50 is going through there. $11.58. $11.57. Bid being stacked right there. So 11.56. 57. Small trade on JetBlue there on the way down. The trade was JetBlue versus JetBlue, short JetBlue. It was 771, and I covered JetBlue at 758. 758 for a $65 gain on JetBlue, $40 gain on CAR. Really tiny day compared to what I could have made out of the gates today. Stupid. So stupid. I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed of myself, honestly. Being down $70, now up 90. I feel ashamed to say that I am only up that little gain on the day. In reality, let's just say that I'm up today 170 bucks that I made today, because I'm up pretty much 90, but I made, for example, here I lost here, but then the first loss was 70 and then 15, and I'm up $90 today, which means that I double pretty much the amount on the early trade. So let's just say that what I really made today, recouping the loss that I took, a $70 loss and then $50 loss, is 85 bucks, and making 90. I gotta recoup the 90 and make another 90, so pretty much $160 today to be up JetBlue trade worked, what we'll say, it a decent way. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a step back here. I need to eat something now and kind of wooze out because I feel pretty messed up, honestly. I feel really messed up in the sense that I could have been up today by a lot, and I'm not. So I just want to take a step back from the computers of right now because, what can I say? Anyway, I'll see you guys later. We're gonna keep the conversation rolling on Discord, and I wish you guys enjoy the rest of your day. For me, I'm gonna take a step back and probably gonna come back around. But again, guys, I'm gonna take a break here. All right, so I'll talk to you guys in a little while. I'll see you later, and